there, and welcome back to Kindred Nerds. Today's episode is all about positivity, or positivary, as we like to call it. We are going to chat about the power of positivity, one small act at a time, one friendship at a time, or one fandom moment at a time. Claire, what does it mean when coming into the Kindred Nerd realm and hearing about positivity? What is the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, this is a space that I want to be in,
Yeah,
especially if it's going to be a positive one. Uh,
it's the goal.
I want to go somewhere where people are nice and where we talk about nice things. And
Hmm.
yeah, give me a gift of positivity.
I think it's totally what's helped our friendship thrive is we're both so wanting that to see that positivity in the world. We're so eager to find other people and bring that joy to each other. You've always got my back on crummy days.
It makes a difference when you get a splash of positive vibes, especially when you're in the thick of some not so positive feelings.
Ah, yes.
And it's important to spread that to people. Um,
Should we head over to second breakfast to chat about this more?
I love me some second breakfast. Let's go. Welcome back to second breakfast. So we're going to continue on with our little theme of positivity right now. Kat, well, we talked about hope last week and how hope is a constant choice that you're making daily. So what does the theme of hope and the theme of positivity have to do with each other?
There's lots actually, but this kind of stumbles into this thought process of the more you practice it, the easier it is for you to live in that positive mindset. But I think even more so, positive people just kind of amplify the positivity around them as well. You are what you think, and that kind of energy, that kind of vibration does really spread to people around you. So practicing that on a daily level is just so important for us as humans, just to share the love and kind of feed off of each other so we all live a lovely, happy life. And in terms of
And
hope with that too, like hope is a daily practice as well, right?
what you're saying with positivity is a daily choice and a daily practice. Just like hope, uh, it's so easy to give in.
Hmm.
It's so easy to kind of say, why am I doing this when, I'm not necessarily getting it reciprocated back or I'm not necessarily seeing it out in the community? And it's a ripple effect. And it's something that if everybody strived to do it,
Hmm.
we might have a slightly better world to live in. I hate to say that, but there's a lot of negativity out there right now, and it's really hard to find that light in the darkness and to ignite that spark of kindness and get that ripple effect going, get the avalanche going. Like, I am gonna add one pebble rolling down the mountain
Hmm.
and hope that it kind of can transcribe into
Yeah,
something more desirable.
absolutely. I mean, that this is where the root of the majority of movements, social movements, have come from, is finding that positive, safe space for whatever that movement is set to bring awareness to.
Yep. Small acts of kindness can really go a long way. And I had seen something, and it was just a photo of text, and it was basically saying, always be kind to other people because you're not walking around with a label that says, I just got broken up
Yeah.
with, or my dog died, or I had a rough sleep.
Yes.
And by saying one nice thing to one person, that could be the only good thing that happened to them that day.
Seriously.
Kindness is never a bad choice.
Agreed.
It really isn't.
Agreed.
The words can make or break a day, a moment, a feeling. Why would anybody want to break it? I just want to make people's day and like make sure that everybody's having a good time and feels like they are important, and that I'm not just kind of scuffling them off.
Absolutely.
If that makes any sense.
Of course it does. You're giving your energy to your people, your community, the humans that you interact with, and it does ripple outwards. It's so important. And you know what? Like, kill them with kindness. I love that too. Because sometimes you just feel so angry and you want to be petty and you're like, you made me mad. I want to make you upset for XYZ. But truly, the best thing you could do is just be so nice to them. Because also, they probably need it the most. Like, people don't want to walk around being like sad or upset or grumpy. And if they are, it's probably a result of something unpleasant. So your kindness can truly go a long way.
I love it. I love everything about that.
I feel like we're both very passionate about creating those positive, open spaces. And obviously, like the why of why we're here, of why we're creating kindred nerds in this realm of safety and inclusion and love and excitement.
It's a feeling of belonging that we're also trying to foster here, because I know what it felt like to be the only one into Lord of the Rings, or the only one as obsessed with it as I am. So it did feel a little lonely to, you know, have my social group in high school and in wherever parts of life have taken me. And I will forever be thankful for those relationships. But I can say I do know what it's like to kind of be the odd one out and not be able to connect with people through these fandoms and these media sources that we consume. So I guess that's another reason that we are doing this, is to have that kind space where people can engage with us and can engage with other people and be who they want to be and not be worried about not being liked. Or I don't want to say like people can be rude, so like, you know, I can totally see people that go like, oh well, you like that, well that's dumb, that's for babies. And it's like, why do you care? Let me like what I like. And creating a community where everybody can come as they are.
Yeah.
And as you've said, be unapologetically nerdy. It's something that, even if we can help one person feel like they're not a total weirdo. See, and I don't even like that I said that, because I'm all for being a weirdo and liking what you like. And like, let's be real. No two people are going to like identically the same things.
No.
So we are all weirdo, unique, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. You like what you like, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And positive spaces, which are mostly positive spaces, are a little tricky to come by depending on what community you are a part of. There are far and few between where I've heard, this community is great, this community is fantastic. Yes. And I would like to add to the pot of safe, fun, kind, fantastic communities.
That's what we're going to do. That's what we're doing, really. These are being published. These are out for everybody to watch and enjoy.
We're
it's
here for you.
Let's grow this community. Even today, like, I had a crummy day. And, you know, I sent you a video earlier, and I'm like, this is hilarious. I'm having a horrible day. The weather is bad. I'm forgetting stuff. I'm, like, not feeling well. All these things. I sent you that video, and I was genuinely smiling and happy, because there's still that little bit of like, no matter what is going on, you can still be positive and you can still spread that joy. it is a choice. It's a very hard choice sometimes when you're flooded with hormones, emotions, situational stuff going on in the world. It is hard, but honestly, the control that you have around you is not what you think. But you have control in your mind to say, I'm going to look at the bright side, or I'm going to look at this in a different perspective, and we're still going to have a good day.
And just because you have a bad start to the day doesn't write off the entire day.
100%.
And it's you're showing humility there. You're like, look, we're talking about positivity. We try to be positive people, but it's not always going to happen.
Yeah, of course not. There's balance.
And that's the kind of role model that needs to be around, whether it is from us or from other people.
Yep. All I wanted to say there is that you have more choice in your life than you think about setting those boundaries for yourself, for your own inner peace, and being like, you know, you're not good for me. I'm gonna like keep my distance from you. You don't really make me feel good, so let's maybe just catch up less often, or...
Yep. And that was kind of how I took my first social media break 2 years ago. It was not even something on my feed. It was something somebody else was showing me. And it wasn't inherently a bad comment.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't also necessarily a good comment. But it just created like a pit in my stomach of a range of negative emotions. Like I was sad and confused, and I'd say maybe even a little bit angry, and that was my first indication of, well, okay, gotta take a step back here, because nothing negative was said, but it wasn't necessarily positive, and I felt yucky. So I made the choice to take a break, and I feel like disengaging with the negative community was very helpful for my mental health.
Out of sight, out of mind,
and
man.
Ignorance is bliss sometimes. I still keep in touch with the rest of everything that's going on, but like we've said, it's a choice. I choose to engage in positive communities. I choose to be kind, and yeah, that doesn't mean that I can't be upset about something, or I can't have intrusive, petty thoughts run through my head, but I don't act on them. It's like, okay, let this thought come through, let this thought go out, reset.
Mm-hmm. That takes like a lot of internal strength, though, to be able to ignore some of the things that's coming at you, like the images, the propaganda, the lies, the Photoshop. Like, there's so much coming at you, and to be able to just disregard it and be like, oh, whatever, that takes a lot of mental preparation, a lot of mental work. And I feel like a lot of people are refusing to acknowledge how much it actually detriments their internal dialogue. Because I know you said ignorance is bliss, and I wanted to come back to that quickly, because I don't even think it's ignorance. Like, I would have to look up the definition. I'm not the best in terms of vocabulary, but ignorance to me says you're blindly turning away. But I think the saying should be expressed more in a way as, I am aware of what is going on, and I'm choosing to look away.
To be positive.
Exactly. Like, I'm not being ignorant to it. I'm just deciding this is not good for me.
Yeah. Well, then even this morning, just saying it out loud, what did I say to you? It's positive. I didn't say positive. I said, thinking Positiviry today. And that helped me go into my day a little bit better. I did start my day a little bit better than I have the last few weeks, but even just acknowledging today's going to be good.
I agree. Mindset is key.
It's a choice. It's a daily choice.
And the more you talk about things, like, I know everybody loves a good vent. Everybody loves a good rant about all the stupid stuff happening to them and going on. But the more you talk about it, like, that's the more you hear about it. And the more it's just going to have a feedback loop of negativity coming through your mind and your body. Just,
And it turns into your narrative too.
yeah.
I'm very much a glass half full kind of person. So I know that also plays a large role into my kindness and my compassion and my looking on the bright side.
You're very glass half full. And I very much appreciate it because I get to benefit from that.
Here's a straw.
That's
So for you listeners, title of this episode, there is a spelling mistake, and you will hear us say, instead of positivity, you will hear us say Positiviry.
side story time. We don't have a segment for this, but what Claire and I became really good friends a few years ago. After
You say a few, I'm not even kidding, it's like literally 2.
now,
2024.
2023, my friend.
Well, that was kind of when we started to like pursue a friendship,
Yeah.
but then it was like 2024 when we really were like, "Okay, we're running into this."
Yeah, because you know why, because. But our first friend date was December 2023.
You're right.
But anyways, I saw Claire. I interacted with Claire fairly frequently, but we weren't friends at the time when I happened to see that she had a tattoo. And it is a very kindred nerd coded tattoo. And I said, hello. You are fantastic. Can you be my friend, please?
Not in those words, but yes, pretty much that is
Close
how
enough.
it was.
Later on, we continued our friendship over the topic of this tattoo. And it grew and it grew, and our friendship grew and grew. And then we had the absolute privilege of seeing 2 wonderful actors on stage in Toronto, Canada. And we lost our minds that day. And it was written in the scrolls that we were going to be best friends forever after that. What did we see?
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Starring
Dominic Monaghan and
Billy Boyd.
and it was amazing. And because of that, we just dove right into Dom and Billy's friendship. And it was a pure, wholesome friendship to kind of...
All those words are amazing because they are. They're pure and they're wholesome and they're kind and they just
wonderful.
let the aura out.
They're positive amplifiers and they just radiate goodness. And we modeled our friendship off of their whole approach to life and kindness and friendship and love. Their friendship, like, we quickly
They're
became hooked.
great role models.
However, it is still to determine who is Billy in the friendship and who is Dom. But one day we will figure it out.
Yep. That's a long-term quest there is to figure out once and for all which one of us is Mary and which one of us is Pippin.
Both, because Mary and Pippin aren't necessarily Dom and Billy.
That's true.
But to continue on, you said it was December 2024. Dom posted to his Instagram a kind message with a spelling error in it. And
which he has previously owned up to making typos.
Yep.
And that is just another lovely example of it's okay to make mistakes. Anyways, carry on then.
sometimes mistakes lead to wonderful things. So now it has been completely edited in our mental vocabulary that when we tell each other to stay positive or think positivity, it is always think Positiviry.
Thanks, Dom.
Thanks, Dom. And just hearing that word just adds a little oomph to the energy vibe coming your way. Or my way.
And it does. It does. It's so nice.
Because we've amalgamated all of this, we can jump into our next segment. Are you ready?
Let's go. I am.
Pippin! But the only food for the brave and true comes from the Green Dragon.
Welcome, everybody, to our new segment, which we are calling Mary or Pippin.
Yay!
So Mary and Pippin might be best friends, but we're here to see who really has what it takes. We're going to throw them into bizarre, unexpected, or weirdly specific situations and argue based on canon, maybe some chaos, a little sprinkle of that in there, who would thrive, who would fail, and why. It's a character analysis with a pint of mischief and a dash of Tookish trouble. So, I'm going to start off with Kat. Who would take the ring further? Mary or Pippin?
Ooh. I think Mary would. Hands down.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you said Mary because I was going to say
Oh
Pippin.
no, what?
Okay, fight for Mary here. Why is Mary taking the ring further?
Because he's not Pippin.
Well, that's rude.
Pippin just ends up in the most ridiculous situations where you're like, fool of a toque, man.
Why would Mary take the ring further?
He's resourceful. He's not as impulsive. I'm not confident he'd take it all the way. But I think he's...
That's fair. That wasn't the question.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's clever. Like, think of how he convinced the Ents into fighting for them. Like, he's got a few tricks up his sleeve.
Okay.
What you got?
I, on the other hand, think that Pippin is so unlucky that he will just succeed at this task unintentionally.
Oh my God.
I think it's going to be one of those he just kind of stumbles upon things and just happens to get the next step. Have you seen the theory that the Fellowship is successful because of Pippin?
Oh.
Have you seen that theory?
I have not.
Okay, so going way back to the Fellowship of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the entire Fellowship traveling, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And they enter the mines of Moria.
Yeah.
And in the mines, they're, exploring, and they find Balin's tomb.
Yep.
And Pippin's screwing around with that skeleton, and he knocks it down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that skeleton caused so much noise that
The
they
Balrog.
attracted the orcs, and they woke up the Balrog.
And then Gandalf wouldn't have become...
So, Gandalf would never have fallen, would never have become Gandalf the White.
Interesting.
So, the theory is the Fellowship is successful because of Pippin. And I'm carrying that logic here into this as well, being like, yeah, Pippin's just gonna F it up so badly, he's gonna succeed. Like, I can see him, like let's say he gets taken by Shelob, and then the orcs come and take him where they would have taken Frodo.
Interesting.
Like, I can just see Pippin, like, trying to, like, wrap it all up or whatever, bonded, and, like, I could just see him accidentally destroying all those orcs in that tower, and just stumbling his way out, being like, oh, okay, keep going, da-da-da-da-da. That is why I think Pippin would take the ring further.
Interesting.
I don't think he would mean to, but he would make it happen.
Interesting. That is very interesting.
So that's why
I love how that also kind of highlights how you can shift perspective of looking at something negative. Like,
Pippin gone and messed up.
oh my God, Pippin. Pippin messed stuff up. But you can look at it as he created the opportunity for Gandalf to freaking level up.
Yep.
So that,
Yep. He summoned the boss.
see, I can dive so deep into that because seriously, that just tells me that every little piece, like, I love that kind of thought process for life. Like, every chapter, you have no idea what's going to happen, but it really does lead up to whatever's meant to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love that so much. Well, too bad we'd never know, but it would be fun to have some sort of simulator to be like, well, or maybe they go together and they'd get even further
They would go
together.
Yep. Yeah, they would. Just huffing on some leaf.
Now, remix. Who would take the ring further between us?
We've asked this question to each other before. And I already know what your answer is.
I think I would.
I see it. I think I would. I might have to change my answer though, because I'm thinking of this logically now. You run as a hobby,
I do.
so you have the stamina to keep up with that.
But you're small and sneaky. You're practically a hobbit in real life.
The only problem is I'm allergic to horses, so I wouldn't be able to take a horse.
You're allergic to a lot of things. This is fair.
So I think that would definitely put a little bit of a wrench in things.
You're not.
Yeah, but the eagles aren't just gonna come in and get me.
Just because they didn't do it for the fellowship doesn't mean they wouldn't do it for you, okay?
That's exactly what that means. Have you even gotten that far into the book yet?
Absolutely not. Even close. I'm fighting for you, okay? Maybe.
I know you're fighting for me. You have the physical stamina, I think, to maintain that quest, whereas I'm resourceful, but I'm lazy. Like a toque.
Yeah, I feel like the only way you'd be doing this with me is if you were snooping in on us beneath the windows when I was appointed my task. Otherwise, you'd be like,
And I ain't dropping no eaves.
I ain't dropping no eaves. Yep. Otherwise, you'd just be like, nope, I'm in my hobbit hole reading my book and sipping my tea.
Yeah. Eating bread.
Eating bread. This is fair.
That's life.
But you never know.
Beautiful. You never know.
Yeah.
So that's Merry or Pippin.
Yay! I loved it. It's fun. Okay. Do you have your die?
I do. Let's roll for random. All right. Cat's got the table. I got the dice.
Let's go.
D. 4. 4.
Interesting. Which race
Ooh, what is it?
in The Lord of the Rings or Middle Earth would you want to join in real life?
I feel like that is so obvious.
That's hilarious.
I just want to be a hobbit.
Yeah. That's
Ask me when I'm younger, like 10 years younger, I probably would have said elf. But now that I'm older and a grown-up, I definitely say hobbit because I just want to be outside all the time and read books and eat lots of food and live a simple life.
yeah. No, that's fair. You and Hobbit lifestyle just seem to blend so seamlessly, it's almost no question. for anybody that knows
What
you.
about you?
Guess.
Guess what?
Guess what I would pick.
Oh, guess. I mean, I would probably say you'd be a hobbit.
I don't think so, actually, though. I feel like I'd be an elf.
Would you be a human?
No.
Oh.
No. I'd be an elf.
What would you do with immortality?
Oh my God, Claire. I do all the things already. Like, I do all the things. I like to build
and
stuff.
What would you do when you... It's true.
I like to work out. I like to paint and be artsy. I like to sew. I like to do all the freaking things. I feel like this was a great conversation.
Fantastic. Oh, it's a good conversation. It was very positive, with a sprinkle of fun, and heavily... I feel like it's heavily Lord of the Rings, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. It's the fandom that brought us together.
It is. It is the fandom that started this all. It is the friendship that we're heavily influenced by. It is the friendship we are heavily influenced by.
And we see a lot of similarities between us and them.
It's true.
But then there's also some differences.
Of course.
I'm not an actor. I am female.
Don't act. And I have different genitalia.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm from North America.
Oh, yeah. Those accents, though. So
Amazing.
good.
Anyways.
Thank you for sharing your Positiviry with me this evening.
Oh, thank you for sharing your Positiviry with me. And thank you to all of our listeners who have decided to join us on this positive journey. And thank you for listening to us gab about being positive and filling each other's cups and
living in the nerdy realm.
And being like Merry and Pippin.
And being like Merry and Pippin. So much to love, so much to enjoy. And like,
so much to learn,
rate, and subscribe. Follow our socials at The Kindred Nerds. And
you can listen on YouTube and Spotify. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.